Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon right here on Lunchtime News. We have a comprehensive bulletin lined up this afternoon. My name is Jackie Wembiro. Sign language interpreter is Susan Thuku. Now, to kick us off, we cross over to the corridors of justice, where Chief Justice Martha Koome has reassured the country of the judiciary's independence, living up to the ideals of decision autonomy as protected by the Constitution. Speaking in a meeting with heads of mission and development partners, Koome called on the partners to continue supporting independent institutions so that they can effectively discharge their constitutional mandate.
Chief Justice Martha Koome has stood her ground, will not be cowed into discussing the merits.
One thing we will not open ourselves to is our decision-making independence. We will never discuss the merit of a case. That will be determined by the judge based on the evidence, based on the law, and based on their own understanding.
This evening, as she pointed out the need to weed out corruption in all sectors.
They say it takes two to tango. And therefore we are asking Kenyans, let's have a very candid conversation. So we are ready as a judiciary to open ourselves for this introspection and to see who is failing in their duty.
Koome further called on the heads of mission and development partners to support and protect democracy and independent institutions.
Who called me to encourage me during this time of attacks? And some of you told me, if for any assurance, Kenya is not alone. Democracy all over the world is under attack. But this reminds me, this is why we should be more vigilant and more defensive of the independence of the judiciary here in Kenya.
This comes as the judiciary pursues the goal of digital inclusion, seeking to onboard the e-filing system in all courts in the country by March this year.
Around the country to ensure that self-represented litigants can access e-filing and virtual courts, as we are looking forward to going nationwide by the 11th of March.
And we had a total of 29 courts. This will support $12 million support. And if you have traveled across the country, some of the very imposing structures that we have are testaments to that particular support.
Development and implementation of the judiciary private-public partnership framework. We want to expand courts. We want to grow our infrastructure portfolio and capital assets.
The Chief Justice also highlighted efforts by the judiciary geared towards eradicating gender-based violence and the rising cases of femicide in the country.
And we are responding to this alarming situation by rolling out the trauma-informed SGBV and children's courts across the country. Indeed, we must take firm measures as a country to head the current threat of femicide that has engulfed our nation.
The judiciary is set to launch an annual National Justice System Dialogue that will bring together all stakeholders in the justice chain. Serafina Robi for Lunchtime News.